Hi guys, welcome to the class. Previous lecture we have discussed about earth moving equipment, and in this today's videos lecture we are going to discuss about earth compaction equipments and what are the different types of hauling equipments and also hosting equipments we have. What are the different types of earth compaction equipments? Here we have smooth wheel rollers, sheep foot rollers, and also pneumatic type rollers. In that sheep foot rollers, we have ordinary sheep foot rollers, convertible rollers, and turn foot rollers. So, what is a smooth wheel rollers? These are made up of plain steel rollers and are also self-propelled type, weighing from 5 to 15 tons. So each smooth wheel roller is of weight of 5 to 15 tons depending upon its model, used for ordinary rolling work where deep compaction is not required. These are not used when the deep compaction is required. So that the smooth wheel rollers can only be required cannot be required on a deep compaction. So these rollers may have one front and two rear wheels, one front wheel and two rear wheels. So the rear wheels being usually larger in diameter and then the front one being wider. So uh, we can commonly see on the roads that a smooth wheel rollers can be regularly seen on the roads. So each smooth wheel roller is are of made up of plain steel rollers. Those are of 5 to 15 tons each, and the front wheel is larger in diameter than the rear wheels are usually larger in diameter, and the front one being wider. So only one front wheel and two rear wheels are used in the smooth wheel rollers. And also the weight of rollers may be increased by filling water or sand ballast in hollow cylinder. So the cylindrical, in this picture you can see this is the smooth wheel roller. There is only one wheel for the front and two rear wheels can be observed here. These drums can also be the weight of the roller can also be increased by filling up of water or sand ballast in the hollow cylinder. These are the hollow cylinders we have, and these smooth wheel roller weight can be increased by filling those cylinders with ballast or sand or of water. So these rollers are effective in compacting granular soils such as sand, gravel, and crushed stones. These rollers are also effective in compacting of the granular soils. So by laying up of a road, the aggregates, the in previous classes you have gone through those compacting equipments in the transportations. While laying up of a roadways, the subgrade or the grade of the soil has been compacted while using these smooth wheel rollers. So the operator can sit in this cabin. The wheel is of a circular type and there is only one front wheel and two rear wheels. So what is sheep foot rollers? These sheep foot rollers are also used for compacting the earthwork in embankments and canals where the compaction deep into the layer of the earth is required. So the smooth wheel rollers cannot compact deeply. So these sheep foot rollers can compact the soil deeply into the layer of earth. So this gives best results in compaction when the soil is clay or predominantly cohesive and impervious. The sheep foot rollers may weigh up to 15 tons or more, travel at a speed of 25 km per hour. As a roller moves over the surface, the feet penetrate the soil to produce a kneading action and a pressure to mix and compact the soil from bottom to top layer. So, as the sheep foot rollers are moving on the surfaces, the foot penetrates into the soil to produce a kneading action. So, with repeated passages of this roller, the penetration of the feet decreases. So, as long as these sheep foot rollers are moving on the surface of the soil of the earth, so these soil beneath the sheep foot rollers can be compacted, and the foot arrangements for the sheep foot rollers have been plunged into the earth by making a kneading action, so that repeatedly doing these rollers on the soil conditions, the penetration of the feet decreases simultaneously. So this is the sheep foot roller. So this is the driver's cabin where the wheel is of circular and pneumatic tired rollers. In these pneumatic tired rollers, it consists a base or platform mounted between two axles. Here you can observe pneumatic tired roller. In this, in this, the rear of which has one more wheel than the front. So it consists a base or a platform mounted between two axes. In this, the front wheels are if the pneumatic tire rollers are having four front wheels, then the back wheels should be one extra wheel has been arranged for these pneumatic tire rollers. The most suitable for compacting fine grained soil and well graded soils. These are most suitable for compacting of fine grained soils and well graded sands. And blasting is done using either water, sand, or pig iron in order to increase the self weight. So the major advantages are the ability to control the ground contact pressure by altering the weights of machines, increasing the number of wheels, increasing the tire width, and changing the contact area of the tire by altering the contact pressure. They can easily, they have more advantage when coming to the point of ability to control the ground surface, ground contact pressure. They can alter their weights and also increase the number of wheels, and also increase their tire width for the wheel, and changing the contact area of the tire, so that these can improve the ability to control, and the ground surface has been compacted more effectively when compared to the smooth wheel rollers. So this is the type of pneumatic roller. Here you can increase the number of tires by placing additional joints here, and the driver's cabin is here for controlling of this vehicle, and the number of wheels that has been increased also have a tire width can be increased. These tire widths replaced with tire width of heavy width can be replaced with this tire. So what are the different types of hauling equipments? Next, what is hauling equipment? The equipment used for transportation of materials are known as hauling equipment, or simply the haulers. So the hauling equipment is nothing but they can move uh, the construction materials or the soil particles from one place to another place, so they can use that energy to move particular material from one part of the site to the another part. So these equipments used for the hauling is known as hauling equipment. Haulers may operate on the roadways or railways. It involves transportation of building materials, carriage and disposal of excavated earth. So, and also haulage of heavy construction equipments. They can carry the building materials like as aggregates, sand, cements, and they can also disposal of. They can also be used for the disposal of excavated soil from the earth that can be dumped from one part of the site to the another part of the site, and also haulage of heavy construction equipment. These are mainly classified on the basis of method of dumping the load, the dump trucks and the dumpers. So in the dump trucks, we have side or rear dump trucks and bottom dump trucks. Basically, what is meant by a dump trucks? These are mainly used for earth moving purposes. So these dump trucks can haul their the earth moving the earth or the soil that is carried from one part of the site to the another part. And the selection of the type of dump trucks for specific job depends on the soil conditions. Side or rear dump trucks, these are heavy duty trucks with strongly built body which is hinged on the truck chassis at the rear end and one side respectively, and can be fitted to the rear in the case of a rear dump and to the hinged side in case of the side dump through the action of hydraulic jocks. In the side or rear dump tracks, the truck chassis is hinged at the rear end and on one side respectively, and can be fitted on the rear in case of a rear dump truck. These trucks are also suitable for use in hauling wet clay, sand, gravel, quarry rocks, etc. So they can they are very suitable for the use of hauling of wet clay, sand, particles from uh, for the constructional purposes, and gravel, quarry rocks, etc. And side dump trucks. So this is the image for the side dump trucks. They can fill the materials here in this truck, and they can dump these truck of load in sidewards, and this is the hauling vehicle. Next, this is the image of the rear dump trucks, which is carried the which is allowed to carry the large amounts of soil particles for the construction areas or raw materials for the construction areas. So, bottom dump trucks. These are similar to semi trailers in which their front is supported on the rear of the hauling tractor and their rear is resting on their own wheels. So, bottom dump trucks, we can observe these are the bottom dump trucks. They can carry, or these are used for the aggregates to be dumped into these cabins, and they are smoothly discharged at one end from the bottom of the truck at the site. The body of the truck remains in the same position, and the discharge of the materials takes place through its bottom after opening of two longitudinal gates. Here, there are two gates beneath this. There are two doors like arrangements has been arranged at the bottom of the truck. So when the dumping has to be done, these trucks These gates has to be opened for the truck to be dump the material which it is carrying. So the gates are hinged to the side of the body. These trucks are suitable for use in hauling free flowing materials such as sand, gravel, dry earth, hard clay, etc. These are similar to that of semi trailers in which their front part is supported on the rear of the hauling tractor and their rear is resting on their own wheels. So next, dumpers. Here you can observe the dumpers have high speed pneumatic wheeled trucks. They are having short chassis and stronger bodies. The loading, hauling, and dumping is done very fast as compared to the other equipments. By the trumping of trucks can be most effectively used as dumpers. You can observe here they can load, haul, and dump easily and most quickly in um, these dumpers when compared to that of rear dump and side dump trucks. They cannot load itself, they have to be loaded by the other constructional equipments. So these can only haul and unload those raw materials which are loaded by the other constructional equipments. uh, but in this case but in these dumpers they can load themselves and haul and dump in very and in very fastly and compared to the other constructional equipments, other hauling equipments suitable for short hauls on rough roads, especially where a shuttle movement is required. So these dumpers can help to load themselves, haul themselves, and also dump the loaded raw material, loaded materials can easily be dumped at shorter distances. These are more effective when compared to those of uh, hauling equipment than the dumpers. Next, hoisting equipment. Hoisting is the lifting a weight from one location and moving it to another location which is at a reasonable distance. You can see here these cranes are help can help to carry heavy loads from one position to the other positions on the same site but nominal distance only. So big projects such as construction of dams, industrial buildings, etc., requires hoisting equipments. So the hoisting equipments that uh, are promptly used in the construction of dams, industrial buildings, etc. Hoisting equipments includes jacks, winches, chain hoist, and cranes. Crane is the only single machine which, as a single piece, is capable of providing three-dimensional movement of the weight. The major thing that a hoisting equipment can do is lifting a weight from one location and moving it to another location with a reasonable distances. So, cranes are broadly classified as stationary or derrick cranes, mobile cranes, overhead or gantry cranes, traveler cranes, and tower cranes. Derrick cranes. Here, the derrick cranes consists of a mast, a boom, and a bull wheel on which the boom rotates about a vertical axis and guys are supporting members. Vertical axis and are the supporting members. So, electrically operated diesel operated or diesel electrically operated. These derrick cranes can be operated based upon the machinery that equipped to run on. It can be operated electrically or diesel operated, or else diesel electrically operated. The boom can revolve through 360 degrees. This crane is used for heavy loads up to 200 tons. These derrick cranes can revolve through 360 degrees, and they can carry and heavy loads of 200 tons. The mobile cranes, these cranes are mounted on mobile units, which is either crawler type or wheel type. The truck cranes have high mobility, while the crawler mounted cranes move slowly. So mounted cranes are capable of moving on rough terrain. These are the mobile cranes that are that have been carried by a vehicle beneath those, and these can be travel so easily from one position to another position, and they have having a extra jack arrangements for the mobile cranes. So overhead or gantry cranes, they cover large service areas, freedom from floor obstructions, and three-way mobility, widely used in erection foundry, steel plants, storage yards, and different types of industrial works. These type of cranes consists of two main parts, that is the bridge and the crab. The bridge consists of two main girders fixed at their end to end and capable of moving on gantry rails. The crab consists of the hoisting gear mounted on the frame. The frame itself is mounted on another set of wheels and capable of traveling across the main girder. This is the overhead or gantry crane. These overhead cranes can only move for a reasonable distances. These materials can lift these operated these overhead crane can lift heavy loads from one one portion of the site to the another portion of the site, but a reasonable distance. The traveler cranes, the traveling or bridge cranes have their crabs moving on girders which are supported on legs instead of on overhead gantry track as used in overhead cranes. The legs are capable of moving on tracks laid on the floor. So the tower cranes. Here, the tower cranes are actually a derrick crane mounted on a steel tower. So the tower cranes are usually used for industrial and residential high-rise buildings. These are commonly used for assembly of industrial plants with steel structures. The main parts of tower crane are undercarriage, platform, tower with operator's cabin, and jibs. The tower has a truss structure welded from steel bars and channels. So you can observe these are the tower cranes we have. This is the derrick crane which is mounted on a steel, which is mounted on a steel tower. So in this lecture, in the starting, the hauling equipments. The hauling equipments are helpful for the transportation of materials. Similarly, nothing but they are simply called as haulers. It involves transportation of building materials, transportation of disposal of excavated earth, and also heavy constructional equipment. So these hauling equipment can carry another constructional equipments which are of heavy loads, and these type of tire rolls, sheep foot rollers and smooth wheel rollers. So the tower cranes, which is actually as of derrick crane, these tower cranes are used for both the industrial and residential high-rise buildings. These are commonly used for assembly of industrial plants with steel structures. These tower crane can be used for constructional purpose also. By constructing a high-rise buildings, these tower cranes, the steel tower which is supporting the derrick crane is can be built as long as the steel towers has capable of holding this tower crane, holding this derrick crane. So while construction of high-rise buildings, these tower cranes plays a major role uh, economically, and also they can support the construction who can build the high rise buildings smoothly and very effectively by using tower cranes. They can carry heavy loads from one side of the site to the another side of the site with such an ease. So these tower cranes plays a major role in construction of industrials and also high-rise buildings, dams, structure members, where the canals and tunnels can be, where the raw materials transported cannot be eligible, cannot have access to the transportation materials from one portion of the site to the high side of the building. These tower cranes place and helpful for the constructional purpose in the high-rise buildings. The conveying equipment, in the next class we are going to discuss about the what is the conveying equipment and the types of conveying equipment. In this overhead crane, the freedom from floor obstructions. Here in this image you can see this is the runway electrification, runway beam bracket, wall mount type. This is the axle rail, and this is the hoist runway beam which can lift the heavy loads. These are the balancing, and this is the bridge girder, steel girder type. And push button shown here, you can push the button so that the bridge can move its load loaded to the trolley. The hoist can move from the one portion of the runway beam to the another portion with ease, so that these overhead cranes which underhug the hoist and lift for certain distances can be covered while using overhead cranes, mobile cranes. In these mobile cranes, while digging up of a earthwork excavations, and also in any canals or bridges, these mobile cranes are very helpful from building up of a ropeway from one end of the canal to the another end of canal. The mobile cranes plays a major role by transporting of cables or whatever the raw materials required for the constructions. These can be lifted and move forward to the other direction of the canals. So these mobile cranes also plays a major role in the construction of canals, and these mobile cranes can be carried over a uh, hauling equipment which has capacity to, and these are the uh, side legs supportive purpose. These legs can be extensively support the loads that are lifted and moved, so that the hauling equipment which is carrying the mobile cranes cannot be disturbed, cannot be moved from one portion to the other portions without any description. So these are the today's topics, which is of earth compaction equipments and hauling equipments of dumpers. These are the hauling equipments. Dump trucks are the hauling equipments, and hoisting equipments are nothing but cranes. So, thank you guys. Meet you in the next class.